Hey guys, Tempe Crow, and today's Tutorial Tuesday. I know, boring, slightly not interesting, but hey, I promised to do it and I'm doing it. So, as you can see, I am surrounded with bots, and this week's tutorial will be covering junglers. So this is just the first part of it. I will do also with a counter jungler and two live players, my friends, who will be on top beating each other, while myself and the counterpart will be going through the jungle, I'll be talking about that in more details, what counter jungling means, how it looks, what it looks like when two junglers meet up on same spot to gank and it comes a 2-on-2 fight. As you're about to enter a game, I am playing Shyvana. Some of the also known junglers can be Nunu, as you can see him here, Wukong, Warwick, Nocturne, Diana, Fiddlesticks, quite a bit of the junglers as I mentioned. The usual start is Machete and 5 health potions. If you're certain that you don't need the Machete, you can start with oh my god, what's called cloth armor, and build into Emblem of Valor immediately after that. Machete can be built from into two different things. It can be built into Madred's Razor, that goes into Real's Lantern. That is for Nocturne, Listen, not too dear, Xin Zhao can use it as well. The next ability item is Spirit Stone, and it builds into 3 other things. That goes into Spirit of the Spectral Wraith for the ability power junglers such as Diana, Elise, and Fiddlesticks. I think I'm not missing anyone. Then he can go into Spirit of the Ancient Golem, which is for tanks such as Amumu, Udyr, Ramus is known to use that as well. And the last one is for the attack damage. So Spirit of the Elder Lizard, it can go for Volibear. Things like, oh, it's 140. In 135 you should be standing in front of your the camp you're trying to kill. So I'm taking this out and going for the red buff. Usually I would be having help here, but since I am alone, some of the junglers can do it, some not. In case of Shyvana, this is going to be painful, but she can do it alone. As you see, I spent quite a bit of health potions, and I'm running next towards the other camp. 5 minutes, as I mentioned in the first video, it's 5 minutes cooldown respawn timer on the buffs. As I said, this is going to be painful. Usually you want to have someone
will fall.
pull and give you a strong leash, as the jungler is more closer to the season 1 jungle than it was in season 2.
The rage.
So with it also things hurt quite a bit more. Usually you would want to avoid something like this, like I'm doing, but if you don't get a leash, this is a thing you would want to do. Just run between the wolf and wraith buff camps, get that in, drink your health potions, go for the blue. As you see, I almost got a level out of it.
They should run.
The wolves should be spawning now. Come on, don't disappoint me. And that's more or less what you do. You clear the camps. On level 4, if you can, you should gank. I'm going to try. Not sure how that will work. Let's see. This is ganking. Waiting for them to jump in.
The might of the Marcia will prevail.
I flashed to get the kill, but if you can't get the kill, but you force a flash, that's a victory, you move on. But if you see that you can just about get it without taking too much unnecessary damage, you flash in, pick up the kill and walk away. Also, as a jungler, always keep in mind that you need to know where your where your enemy jungler is, your counterpart is. If he's ganking top, you go gank middle or bottom, or go into his jungle and take that away from him. That's always a good thing to do. Not a necessary thing to do, but a good thing to do. I am going to go and pick some things up. I forgot potions, so if you're not certain of the victories or if you had a bad start, try to get more health potions, but if you see that you're doing well, you can avoid them.
I go.
And pick up something else. After the first shopping, you go and see which camp is back. So you take that one first, go back to the wraiths, take a look on the map what is happening. Ashe is definitely harassing Taric more, so, and pushing the lane, so nothing to do there. We could gank Wukong's lane again or go bottom. If everyone is pushing, chances are you won't get anything to gank, you won't have any chance to gank. If a lane dies, sucks. You were too late, they overextended, their jungler came. If you can get in time and help them, cool. If not, well, no point in crying over spilled milk. Also, be aware that as a jungler you will get flamed and told that you're at the fault most of the times. This was a sure gank. They had to recall and you get a free lane because your bottom laners are missing as well. The point of this is you get free gold, free experience, but you need to last hit. You are obliged to keep the lane in the middle. If you see that your team is far away, sometimes it's not can be avoided that you pushed, but try to avoid it if at any means possible. Also, if your one of your lanes died, one of your teammates in a certain lane died, try to get to that lane as fast as possible to save the turret, get the minions, just stop the enemy laner from farming. That will help your teammate quite a bit. If he arrives and you can fight, chances are you will have a 2-on-1 fight, but expect a jungler, the enemy jungler. So this is the safe route that I'm doing. Just clearing my waves, clearing my jungle, and looking where to gank. Now, I'm going to show you a bit of counter jungling in now that it's safe. Later on, things will be a bit different. I'm guessing I'll be counter ganked quite a lot. So, you go in, try to leave a creep alive, but since that's impossible, you probably won't be able to do it. Go for the red buff, if you know that it's up, or if you don't know, check and see. Here the point is to clear everything up so that you see the timer when it will spawn next. So that's a very good thing to remember. Don't leave that one little golem standing or little minion standing near the red buff or the blue buff. Jumping in onto an overextending Taric. Using my ultimate to hack at him, and he escaped. and I almost died, so try to remember till what percentage or till where you can gank. Always know what damage you can take. I am saying this and I sometimes don't do that. Know how much health you have, how much armor and magic resist you have. If you can turret dive, will you be able to survive and get the kill and survive, or get the kill and die? Sometimes getting a kill and dying is not that bad. Sometimes it is. Depending, if you can get your teammates to get 2-for-1 exchange, great. You dying for the team, not a perfect solution, but then again, you most likely are going to be an off tank, unless you already have a tanky support and a tanky and a tank solo top. Then you can go damage, less cannon. But for most junglers, it's going off tank, as there is always someone who can tank. So Ashe died and I'm running up to save her lane. I will be slightly too late. I will chase. Still don't have my ultimate up. Flashed up ahead of them to get into their... to get my W, my burnout up. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is the abilities from Shyvana, and I'm going to take the time to do it now. So, as you saw on the start, I took W, which is burnout. Shyvana deals 85 plus 8 magic damage per second to nearby enemies and moves 50% faster for 3 seconds. Shyvana's movement speed bonus is reduced over time.
The quiet before battle.
Next, on level 2, I took Twin Bite, which is her Q ability. Shyvana strikes twice on her next attack, dealing 106 physical damage on the second attack. The bonus damage is equal to 85% of Shyvana's attack damage. So it's a very nice boost. It's basically boosting your attack, auto attack. Her E ability, which I took at level 4, is Flame Breath. Shyvana unleashes a fireball that deals 80 plus 0 magic damage and burns 15% of their armor for 4 seconds. Your priorities are W, then Q. On level 6, 11 and 16 you take Dragon Form, and that's her ultimate, Dragon's Descent. 16 Fury a second, requires 100 Fury to activate, which is Shyvana's resource that activates when she reaches level 6. So once you have that, your abilities gain secondary things. Q gets twin Q cleaves in dragon form. Chase after Leona. Let Rise pick that kill up. Work my way over. Going to turret dive, and this was the safe option. Once the enemy laner, one enemy laner is dead, you can go for the second. Usually remember that you will have a counter jungler, a jungler on the enemy team, so try to remember that when you're flying over the turret and getting that kill, prepare to fight 2 more, maybe 1 more. Usually middle will come and join. Graves is moving bottom, so I'm going to intercept him. Miss with my E, continue to chase, he's trying to recall. He didn't flash away, but I will turret dive, which is stupid at this point, but I managed to live as I was watching my health.
They should run now.
I won't be fighting Malzahar as I don't have the health and my dragon form is down. So, Twin Bite cleaves all units in front of Shyvana. That's the dragon form Q. Her W is Burnout scorches the earth, continuing to damage enemies that stand on it. You will see that a bit later. And her E ability, Dragon Form, Flame Breath, engulfs all units in a cone in front of her. So it's very nifty to start the fights with your to enter the fights with your dragon form up or close to it, so that you can be ready and fight. Now I have my dragon form up, and her passive is Fury of the Dragonborn. Shyvana's basic attacks enhance her abilities. Twin Bite reduces the cooldown by 0.5%. Burnout extends the duration by 1 second up to 4 additional seconds. Flame Breath deals 15% of the ability's damage to debuff targets. And Dragon's Descent attacks generate 2 Fury, and Shyvana gains 1 Fury for 1.5 seconds while in human form. So it's very, very interesting that this is what she has. So I took the Mercury Threads and Witsend because of the attack speed, because more attack speed she has, the faster her Fury regens. And I took Mercury Threads because the enemy's team contains of 2 stunners, a blind, 3 stunners, sorry, suppress and slow and silent. So a lot of CCs are involved in the enemy team. Now the team fights have started. I'm going to show you a bit of that, or close to it as I can, with bots.
They should run now.
You can go back to my other videos if you didn't understand something that was happening before. Take a look at that area. They don't need my help in the middle, as they are chasing and picking up the kills. So I'll go top, which is in trouble. Intercept and get stunned by Tariq. Chase him into my team. Continue to chase, pick up the kill, and move on towards the wraiths who walked right into us. And Ash will pick up that one. And usually, since these are bots, I'm taking every buff. But if you're playing Shyvana, you take the first buff, the first blue buff, for cooldown reduction and the necessary level and experience. And then after that, you give it to your middle laner if he uses ability, and sometimes if they use energy. If they don't use anything, you see what's on top and give it to your top laner. If they don't use mana but they use energy or rage or something else, or no resource whatsoever, my tongue is dying so much today, then you take it for your own. Red buff goes usually either to you, and later into the game you give it to your AD carry, as they benefit from it immensely. Malzahar getting caught, picking up the kill. We are moving down, trying to get Renekton, and that's about that. Next I would be building Aegis of the Legion because of the turret diving, and I need the health, armor and magic resist. After that, chances are I would be going for Phage and then Frozen Mallet if it's getting quite good and you could use. If you're ahead like me, I would probably have gone for Trinity Force, because Shyvana with Trinity Force is scary.
They have faced nothing like
I've got in trouble. That's about that. So you run around, look for a gank. Remember to ping if you're not on Skype with your team. Ping that you're near, and say that you're going down for them to wait for your gank. Ping when you're near, and ping when you want to fight. For example, like this. I think it's Alt. Yeah, Alt. Left click to mark the target you're going for. If you're on Skype, ping if necessary. Say that you're on your way, that you're there, and attack. And yeah, that's about it for the jungle part, at least for the first part of it. You've seen the ganks. you've seen how it's done. At level 12 you can do the dragon alone, but chances are you will be needing it to do it a bit earlier. So yeah, see you all next week, next Tuesday, when the lane that we'll be covering is middle lane, so ability power champions. There's also some ADs. The old meta meets the new meta. I'll be explaining it all. And see you on Thursday for another League of Legends commentary video. Oh, by the way, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment and share. It means the world to me. Bye guys.